Good morning. It's Beth Boyle, Iowa Trail Rider, and I have a trail ride story for you this morning. And this one is a bit at my own expense. This was an embarrassing moment for me, and this happened several years ago. Neighbor of mine has horses and had told me about all the riding she had done and how she loved to trail ride and all the cool places she'd been to trail ride, and wondered if I'd take her on a trail ride with me. And this has been a long time ago, back when I was single. I told her, well, sure. There was a trail ride just a few hours from home that I was going on, and if she wanted to go, I'd take her to this ride. So, me being a single gal, these rides were an opportunity for me to hopefully, find somebody to date that maybe had similar interests to mine. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm throwing the frisbee for Gus. It's his favorite thing to do. So this ride is on private ground, and they provide a band on Saturday night and a hog roast. So I was pretty excited about going, and went and bought an outfit for the dance. Single gal, want to look my best, see if maybe I can find someone that, some guy with similar interests that I could get to know better. So I go to my local Western store and I buy a kind of Western white crop top. This is a few years ago, back when I had the figure for a crop top, and it's long enough ago that the high-waisted jeans were in style. So I buy these red high-waisted Rockies, if you remember those. They had no pockets on the back, and felt pretty good in my new outfit. And saved it to wear. So we go on this trail ride. I go pick the neighbor lady up. She's got a new outfit for the trail ride as well. So it's time to get ready for the dance. So at this private ride, there's no facilities, right? We're just camping in a big cow pasture. And our horses are just tied to the trailer. And this dance is going to be in a big old machine shed that they've cleaned out, made kind of a dance floor, and they're going to feed us in there. They've got kind of a buffet line set up, and it's got a fleshy bathroom in it, which is awesome, because at the time I didn't have a big living quarters horse trailer. I had a 2-horse gooseneck that was insulated and paneled in the front. No air conditioner, but I could plug it in to electricity. So I could have a fan and a light, but there was no electricity at this, so we were using just lights that battery operated lights. So not very fancy, but we need a shower, need to get cleaned up, right? Because I'm hoping to meet somebody, at the time, single gal. So we go in town, and a bunch of us rent a hotel room, and we cycle through the showers, and we get all cleaned up. And here I come out, my hair all done, and I've got my little white Western crop top on, and my red high-waisted jeans, and my good boots, and I'm ready for the dance. And everybody's like, woohoo, look at you, look out, cowboys, right? And so we're ready. So we head back to camp, and the neighbor lady and I were all cleaned up, right? We are each taking our beverages up, and she and I and some of our friends pack a cooler. As friends will do, sometimes heading to a dance, we kind of overpack this cooler, and it gets pretty heavy. So, but she and I, we're stout farm girl types, and we're going to carry this cooler up to the dance. So by the time we head up toward the dance in our fine new clothes, it's just about dark. But we know where to go. So I grab one handle on one side of this big cooler, and she grabs the other, and we're pulling on it like this, because it's kind of heavy, but we're making our way up, and we stop and set it down because it's heavy enough that we need a rest before we get all the way up there. But we're getting pretty close to the big machine shed where this dance is going to be, and the only fleshy toilet in the place, which of course is attracting quite a bit of attention. And they've got everything all mowed up there, so we're going like this, and we're hauling this big cooler across the kind of the yard that they've mowed up around this machine shed, headed toward the dance. And all of a sudden, at the same time, we both kind of stumble, just about fall, and we go down into some kind of ravine or something. And about then, I look up, it's like, oh my God, there's something liquid in here. and it's dark. I can't really tell, but I'm up over my knees in some kind of liquid, thinking, what the hell, was there a crick here or something? And then my neighbor and I, we look at each other. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. So we take just one step forward and we set the cooler on the other side of this, and we come up out of there, and somebody's got a flashlight, and they go, oh, like this, and they put the flashlight on us. Well, turns out that the one flushy toilet on the whole place for over 100 riders doesn't have a septic tank. And what comes out of that toilet goes into this little ditch that runs out front of the machine shed. And what she and I had almost fallen into was human urine and feces. And my new red jeans, no kidding, from about halfway up my thighs all the way down to my nice boots, which were full of this liquid, looked like I'd been dipped in some kind of chocolate pudding with chunks in it. I couldn't believe it. I'd tempted fate. I'd gone too far to get all dolled up for this. I just couldn't believe it. And then I just stand in there, and I'd made such a big deal about, getting these new clothes and the red jeans and all of this stuff. Well, and my friends, of course, are of the type where, here come the jokes. Here come the jokes, right? Hey, Beth, are you up shit creek without a paddle? Like, oh no. So we just leave the cooler there, right? We were carrying it up to the dance for our friends. We leave it right there, right on the side of Shit Creek, and head back to our camper. So it's not a campground, right? So there's no running water. But we do have friends that are still getting ready, and they have a big tank of water for their horses with a hose on the end, and just a simple valve. And we go back there and ask them if we can use some of their water. Well, what do you need it for? It's dark. And I walk up there, like, oh my God, what happened to you? Like, well, evidently we stepped off into the cesspool where that one fleshy toilet drains into. And they're like, oh my God, look at your jeans. They look like, from a distance, they look like they were leather from about mid-thigh all the way to the bottom. I just... I just don't know what else to say. But so we stood there in the dark, shimmied out of our jeans and our socks and our boots that were soaked, just soaked in what should be in a septic tank. And kind of wrung them out and did what we could, and then got some Dawn dish soap, antibacterial Dawn dish soap, and scrubbed our legs, and went back into the front of my little 2-horse trailer and put on some other clothes, and meekly, kind of hands folded, head down, headed back to the dance. Well, by the time we got up there, word had spread about what had happened. And boy, were they ready with the jokes. I don't know how many times I heard up Shit Creek, having a shitty night, where's your chocolate jeans? Oh, right, that wasn't chocolate. So this has been, 20 years ago. It's been a long time ago. And when my friends get to sitting around a campfire and get to talking and get to telling funny trail ride stories, this story still comes up. And I laugh right along with them. Stuff happens, right? But that one was unexpected. That one, like most of the best of the funny stories, just kind of came out of the blue. Surprised the holy living bejeebers out of me.